Hugh de Lacy is at it again. He's just taken over the prime position beside his castle. He's had the Salmon of Knowledge bog oak sculpture that was here moved to a less prominent place. Typical blow-in. He thinks he owns the place. Look at him. Not a patch on the other hero of Trim Castle, Mel Gibson. Hugh, of course, unlike Mel, is dead. He died in 1186, over 800 years ago. We do have a description of him by Gerald the Welshman, if we can trust him. If you wish to know what Hugh's complexion and features were like, he was dark, with dark sunken eyes and flattened nostrils. His face was grossly disfigured down the right side as far as his chin by a burn. That was the result of an accident. He was a short man, misshapen, his body hairy and sinewy. He paid much attention to his own private affairs and was most careful in the administration of the office entrusted to him and his conduct of public affairs. After the death of his wife, he was a womanizer and enslaved by lust, not just for one woman, but for many. He was avaricious and greedy for gold, and more ambitious for his own advancement and preeminence than was proper. That was our Hugh de Lacy. Of course, nowadays, he'd never get planning permission for that big castle.
Dublin-born Patricia Cahill, who passed away recently, God rest her, was a beautiful soprano, beautiful lady all around, who spent most of her professional career on the stage in the Gaiety Theatre in Dublin. Many of those appearances were alongside the legendary Maureen Potter, maybe in pantomime. And I remember both of them especially for singing a particular song, and it is this song, Moonlight and Roses, which they sang in pantomime many years ago. In fact, if anyone wants to see it and hear it, it's on YouTube. It's available to everybody. But anyway, I'd like to sing it for you, but I don't, of course, have any lovely soprano or any funny woman comedian. And I don't have my dancing shoes on to do any dance routine. So I'm going to sing a duet with myself. How will you do that, you ask? Well, I'll see if I can do it with the age of technology. And I did it once or twice before. Sometimes I think it works and sometimes maybe not so well. But anyway, here we go. Moonlight and Roses. Moonlight and roses bring wonderful memories of you. My heart reposes in beautiful thoughts so true. June light discloses love's golden dreams sparkling anew. Moonlight and roses bring memories of you. Moonlight and memories of you. My heart reposes in beautiful thoughts so true. June light discloses love's golden dreams sparkling on you. Moonlight and roses bring memories of you.
Moonlight and roses bring wonderful memories of you. My heart reposes in beautiful thoughts so true. June night discloses love's olden dreams sparkling anew. Moonlight and roses bring memories of you. Moonlight and roses bring wonderful memories of you. My heart reposes in beautiful thoughts so true. June night discloses love's golden dreams sparkling anew. Moonlight and roses bring memories of you. Light and roses bring wonderful memories of you. My heart reposes in beautiful thoughts so true. Do, 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 do. Moonlight and roses bring memories of you. June night discloses love's golden dreams sparkling on you. Moonlight and roses bring memories of you.
Here is a very well-known poem by Jenny Joseph, an English poet who died in 2018. She was born in Birmingham, studied English literature in Oxford. Her poems were first published when she was at university. She later became a journalist. This is her best-known poem called Warning, written in 1961 when she was 28 and published the following year. Warning. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple, with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me. And I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals and say we've no money for butter. I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shops and press alarm bells and run my stick along the public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages at a go, or only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry, and pay our rent, and not swear in the street, and set a good example for the children. We must have friends to dinner and read the papers. But maybe I ought to practice a little now, so people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when suddenly I am old and start to wear purple.
The world has just lost a beautiful, iconic figure in the person of Olivia Newton-John. She will be remembered probably best for her performance in the film Grease. I'd like to remember her on this occasion for her singing of Country Roads.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain road, take me home, country road.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to a place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads. All my memories gather round me, miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home down country road. I hear her voice in the morning, how she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. I'm driving down the road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads, take me home to the place I belong.
When I visited my daughter and her family when they lived in Australia some years ago, we went to the beach and I found what I claimed was a piece of coral and brought it home as a memento. And it's still at home, even though it looks completely out of place. So here's a poem based on that. Western Australian coral. I argued with a conviction I did not feel that it was coral, swept in by a storm from some reef's almost safe isolation, stranded among tame rock pools, until I, a stranger, attracted to lost objects, found it, searching for crabs to tease a daughter. I packed it with newfound memories and brought it to this hemisphere, where it sits between the Dante bust from the charity shop and the peat owl. In quiet moments, I stare at it, wonder if, like me, it misses home. We have the look of strangers, poised for flight. Some December morning, scenting distant summer, it will leave. I look up, make a note to buy a knick-knack to fill the awkward gap, then carry on, almost as if nothing had happened.
My daddy told me he loved and leave me just like an empty whiskey bottle. But I'm obsessed with pinstripes and wingtips, high stakes and high risk. I play the part though, draped in diamonds, packing heat. I've got a plan. I take the roses, fake the romance. He's a loose-lipped man. All I have to do is wait till he tips his hand my way. I ain't just a pretty face. My mama told me, just smile and don't speak. Love makes a man weak down on his knees. I've got a sharp wit, keep it a secret, and I'll damn well use it. It's Danger City, draped in diamonds, packing heat. I've got a plan. I take the roses, fake the romance. He's a loose-lipped man. All I have to do is wait till he tips his hand my way. I ain't just a pretty face. My mama told me, just smile and don't speak. Love makes a man weak. Draped in diamonds, packing heat. I've got a plan. I take the roses, fake the romance. He's a loose-lipped man. All I have to do is wait. He won't know he's being played. Who says the crime don't pay? I ain't just a pretty face.
That was Kathy Crinion singing Ain't Just a Pretty Face from her 2015 album Lovin' What I Do. Thank you, Kathy. And we'll finish this week with a performance by the Carney School of Dancing from Trim, with music from Trim Cultus. This is from 1993, part of a show put on for the judges for the Entente Florale competition of that year when Trim took part. There's also a brief appearance by two of our daughters dressed as flowers. And in fact, one of those daughters is the one who lived in Western Australia, as I mentioned in the poem earlier. The video is by Patricia Crinion. Until 2 weeks from now, take care. God bless.